Hello, my loves. My name is Trinity, if you don't already know me, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So, today, let's talk about it. Today's topic is going to be let me see exactly how I wrote it down. Hold on. How having boundaries will result in you staying single. This is a lukewarm take. I'm saying lukewarm because it's true. To an extent. Obviously, this does not apply for everybody. However, you know, people are not the best, so it does happen. Personally, I've seen this a lot, like not tolerating disrespect and not just going for anything has literally resulted in me staying single for a year and a half now. So yeah, that's how that's how this is going. Unfortunately, that's just how it is for me personally. I know a couple other people personally have been going through similar things, but like I said, it does not apply for every single person. It just applies to a lot of people, unfortunately. The fact that I'll use an example. So there was this person I was talking to, right? Or I had interest in, let's say that. Person I had interest in, they knew I had interest in them, right? And we were kind of starting to like get to know each other a little bit, right? Um uh, um we were getting to know each other and they were doing some shit and I felt like a cuck. I'm gonna say it. If you don't know what a cuck is, go look it up on Urban Dictionary. Um it was like they were doing something for content, but I was just like, for content, I say that loosely. And I was just like, the fuck? And it's like, it's just certain things that you would not do if you have interest in somebody or if you're trying to pursue somebody, you know what I mean? And I feel like I've said this so many times before that there are literally just certain things that you would not do if you are trying to pursue somebody. And I feel like what said person was doing just was not one of those things that you would do when you're supposed to be pursuing somebody. Yeah. So I talked to bro about it and it was just like, oh, it's just content, da da da. And I'm just like, and this is just a Glock with a switch. You know what I mean? It's just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's just certain things that you literally just would not do. And like some people will try and pursue me and I'm not a like freaky person, like somebody that is willing to do intimate actions with somebody that I just recently met. You know what I mean? I feel like that has to be earned, especially with how people are nowadays, just giving it up. It's just not how I like to, go about things. And I literally was talking to somebody recently and it was just like, it was not going anywhere. I felt like I was carrying the conversations because I was having regular casual conversations, subtle flirting. And then it was just like, now we're going into the bounds of you're only really tapped in when I like make a little slight, very, very slight sexual joke. And it's like, give a nigga an inch, he'll take the entire fucking world at this point. You know what I mean? It's just, it's ridiculous. Let's say that. Let's leave it at ridiculous. If I'm being completely honest, bro, I'll say it gets better and be optimistic about it. It does get better, but the people that I'm dealing with, like there's clearly ranked lobbies because dear God, I'm just getting teammates that throw clearly. Like it's horrible. But yeah. And I pointed out to the dude, I was like, yo, I don't like think this is gonna work or whatever, or like I just pointed it out. I'm like, you're taking like a good little minute to reply and stuff like that, and just replying afterwards, not explaining yourself or having that level of consideration. Mind you, he's a year younger than me, 19, he's 18. I'm just like, ah, no, like it was already a no for me because I don't talk to people younger than me, but like seeing this, it was like, yeah, you're not considerate in the slightest bit. So I was like, ooh, I took a chance and I regretted it so fast. Um, yeah. And I pointed out to him, then he like apologized for it, but then he was like, oh yeah, like I've been thinking about it, may have been because of like what I've been thinking about, blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, like what have you been thinking about? He's like, oh, like us just being friends and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, so why would you say that you would fix it? And like there's no point because we don't have any type of intentions of being in a relationship. You see what I mean? Like it's not like I don't care. Like if you're about to be my homeboy, take as long as you want to take the take back, and I'm just gonna start calling you bro and gang and stuff. That's not what I was gonna say. That's why I stopped myself. I was gonna say I'm about to start calling you the hard R, but you know, that's what I call my homeboys. I'm sorry. It's cancel me, sue me, sue me. Um, but yeah, and it's just like, why would you say that if that's what you were even considering about? I feel like that should have been brought up in the moment rather than after we had already had this agreement that you were gonna fix it. You see what I mean? Like, nigga, fuck you. Um, and if I'm being completely honest, that was such a waste of time and it just like drained me from talking to anybody, but still. And don't get me wrong, the dude was a cool person for the most part, but it was just like that part was just a huge no for me. And I also told him like I felt like the wanting to be friends part was also because of me not wanting to, you know, have those sexual conversations with him. And it was just like I'm not, no, like I'm not easy. Like sometimes like, yo, chill, I'm easy, but I'm genuinely playing. Not that easy. Like not easy at all, actually. Let's keep it there. Not easy at all. So yeah. I feel like that's what really led to that decision. If it didn't, cool. But from my perspective on how I seen said person's actions, it was just like, yeah, no. Um, but yeah, that's how I feel like having boundaries and, you know, um, what is it called? Self-respect. Self-respect might be a stretch, so I'm just gonna stick to boundaries. That's how having boundaries has led to me personally staying single, and I feel like a lot of other people have experienced the same things, maybe just in different fonts. So that's my lukewarm take. I feel like that's something, and I feel like we need to bring back courting and romance, and you know, I feel like it's very lost deep within when people are just like, oh yeah, I'm just trying to crack and dip. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of culture that's I'm having to go through in order to find, you know, somebody eventually. But hey, it is what it is. I'm willing to keep trying, so we gonna see how this process goes. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. We'll try and find another topic to do soon. And yeah, I love you. Bye.